Alright, let's move on with some of the better designers that I have in my collection. Start with the House of Dior. It's Dior. Not much to be said about this. It's a great iris fragrance, also an excellent bottle, very classy, nice to have on the shelf. Continuing along, the much talked about Dior Intense. This is the original juice. It is the pre-formulation, reformulation, redesign, whatever you want to call it. Also has the silver stem. Apparently there's no difference between the silver collar, not stem, silver collar and black collar. I don't know. I haven't smelled the black one, so I can't really tell you. But this is not the one that has been out since September of 2011. But very good juice. I like it a lot. I got it at a store here in Boston, actually in Cambridge, that specializes in very hard to find European fragrances, but they had a few of these. And they were at a great price. It was $75, I think, for 100 ml of this, when it couldn't be found anywhere else. So I picked it up, and that's that. It's a great one. Another great bottle as well. And this guy, this is the original Fahrenheit. This is the first bottle that I ever bought way back towards the end of high school. The first bottle of real juice that I ever bought, not some, mall store crap. This is just a classic. I will always have a bottle of this. This is awesome, awesome juice. Very unique, very masculine. Who knew that a car muffler oil change could be so fragrant, so good. I'm at a loss for words. So that's Fahrenheit. Moving along to Prada Amber. This is not the Intense, it's the original. I don't own the Intense. It's a little too powdery for me. That one's for you, Dan. Hey, look, I can see myself in the reflection. How about that? It's a very nice soapy fragrance. It's definitely off the usual for a designer. This is not a typical designer, fresh, boring, clean scent. This is very classy. Something you could definitely wear to an office. Something you could wear to a daytime formal event. Good for all seasons. It's good juice to have around. Definitely keep it. Next two have been reviewed everything to death, so there's not much for me to say. The original, Le Male. I just went and sampled the Le Male Terrible, however the heck you pronounce it. It's in Sephora's now. It sucks. It's the same damn thing as this. There's no difference. Except for like a little grapefruit or something. I don't know. It's not worth having. But yeah, that's that. It's worth having in the collection. And this guy, boom, 1 million. It's good for its one use, for going out, and that's about it. I would never wear this anywhere else except going out to a bar or a club. Fortunately, here in Boston, it's not that popular. I've not smelled this on anyone when I've been out. The other ones, Le Male, Acqua di Gio, obviously, I've smelled that on a lot of other people. This one I have not. So, it's good to have around. It's not bad. Alright, the next few, you're going to see a theme in these next ones, which you'll probably catch on to very quickly. The first one, Mugler Cologne. The odd man out from the Mugler line. It's a nice little soapy vetiver. A lot of times it gets compared to Prada Amber, but I definitely see a difference. This one is much more citrusy and green. It's a good one to have around. This one, this is the Angel Liqueur de Parfum. This is from the same line as the infamous Pure Malt. They took the original Angel, which I do not like at all. Way, way too heavy on the berries and the melon. And it just really is very harsh on my skin in the 1 or 2 times I've tried it. And they aged it in cherry wood casks. So this is an excellent bottle. It still is. It's women's perfume. It's marketed to women. So I don't really wear it that often because it still is fairly feminine, but it makes the original Angel much more bearable and much nicer. Moving along, Mugler's B-Men with the little floaty things in there. I don't know if you can see them floating around, sort of. This is an odd fragrance. It's nice. I like it. It's dried fruit, dried strawberries, rhubarb. This one's hard to describe, but it's good. I like it. Unfortunately, this is only the 50 ml bottle. So the sprayer kind of blows on it, but whatever. Moving along with this theme, the original Amen in the big boy metal flask. It's the awesome sprayer. This is actually, for all the other Muglers, the sprayers are shit. But this one is the best one out of almost all the bottles that I own, oddly enough. If only they replicated that on the other bottles. So, it's the original. Highly talked about, not much to say there. Let's move down this line, in case you can't figure out what this theme is. Muglers, how about that? Pure Havana. Very good cherry, honey, tobacco, cocoa. Not as much tobacco in here as I would have hoped for, but still very good. Sometimes gets compared to Tobacco Vanille from Tom Ford. Not really worth comparing them. They're not that similar. Really, if you look at the notes, they may seem similar, but they're really not. So it's not that fair to compare them. This is the most pleasing and easy to wear of all the Muglers in the Amen line. So it definitely serves its purpose in that regard. Let's keep moving down. The infamous Reviewed to Death Pure Malts. Gotta have a bottle of that. Not much I can say that hasn't already been said about it. It's definitely quality juice. It really is. They seem to re-release it every now and then. So it's good to have a bottle of this. It is definitely very unique and very good. I wore that on Halloween too with my costume. And let's see what else. Pure Coffee. I got this with the recent re-release from Mugler that everybody went apeshit over. When it just turns out that they took old bottles and resold them. If you can see there, it says on the bottom, Angel Men. Oh god, stupid focus again. That is a clear sign that they took an old bottle, repackaged it, and sent it back out. Because they do not use that terminology anymore, Angel Men, on any of their bottles. So if they had remade this, it would have said Amen Pure Coffee. In fact, that's what it was listed as on their website. And let's see. The Taste of Fragrance, the most recent release in the line. I like this a lot. Some people don't like it, but I really do like it. Maybe it's because I like the chili chocolate cocoa comparison, mix up, not comparison, the fusion there. It's nice. It's a little more muted than some of the other ones, but I like it nonetheless. It's very good. Apparently they are coming out with another pure flanker sometime this year. I don't know when, but if you read on base notes, there was a story about it. They're coming out with another one. Apparently it has to do with mint. That's all they're saying. Speaking of mint, sort of, Iceman, the last one of my Muglers. This is an odd summer fragrance. I don't really wear it any other time but the summer. It's kind of a menthol, iced coffee, patchouli bomb. So, it's pretty good. Not too bad. And that is it for the upscale designers that I have. Next will be my samples, and then we'll get to the niche bottles in a little bit.